Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zeng here, and today I am finally back with another episode of Road to Ranked, where I climb the online VGC 18 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. As you can tell, I am using a brand new team, so finally retiring the Trick Room Hail team, and I know it's been quite a while again since the last video, and I apologize because I kind of teased you guys in the last video. I said, okay, I'm back after taking a break, but I was at like a music festival called Coachella in Southern California, and it was really fun, but that took a lot out from me, and I got kind of sick afterwards, so I was spending like the last couple of days just recovering from that and just getting more sleep. It's also the last like full week of classes, and just the last couple of days of school for me, so I'm officially done with classes now. Got like a final exam and a final paper to finish up, but yeah, more or less now I am pretty much just chilling. So after all that, I was finally able to build this new team in game. You can see the team below, but it's got a lot of fun tricks up its sleeve, and I wanted to try out one thing in particular, which was the Mega Gallade, because I actually think it could be decent right now, but obviously Incineroar is everywhere right now, so my Lodic's really popular, and I wanted to try out Kommo-o as well. Now, Kommo-o is often paired with Whimsicott and Mega Gengar, but I'm using regular Gengar kind of as a bluff or decoy, kind of similar to the last team where I had Snorlax with the self-destruct instead of the belly drum. So we'll see how that goes. I think there are a lot of fun tricks on this team, and we'll see how well I can really utilize them. So I hope you guys enjoy them. As always, if you do, please share support by leaving a like in the video. I'd appreciate it. And we're going to get this episode kicked off against Ben, running a team of Charizard, Feeny, Koko, Aegislash, Muck, and Landorus. So yeah, it really feels like a VGC 2015 team plus a VGC 2017 team. Double Fairies always makes Kommo's life a little bit harder, so I'm not sure if I can bring that, unfortunately. I think I'm going to lead Whimsicott. Whimsicott's really good for speed control in this game. Whimsicott Gengar is actually kind of interesting. I think the one thing I'm scared of is the Muck. Honestly, Kommo might still be worth bringing. It's just, I need to knock out my opponent's Tapus. So, Whimsicott Gengar. I don't think I'm going to bring my Lodic in this one. It's just that I kind of want Lele for the... I guess, but if I'm using Kommo, I'm not going to get Shattered Psychics off anyway. So, I'm going to go Whimsicott Gengar, Kommo, Gallade. Which is actually probably the most fun 4 Pokemon to bring with this team. I could consider my Lodic, given that my opponent does have a Landorus, but Scald's still not even doing that much damage. I want Gallade because I've got Ice Punch, which one-shots the Landorus. I've got Zen Headbutt, which obviously hits Koko, Feeny, and Charizard, and I've got Close Combat for Muck. I also have Helping Hand support from Whimsicott. One of the weird things you might think is, oh, why do you have Lele and Whimsicott on the same team? Main reason is because I foresee that when I play with this team, I'm either going to go like Lele Gallade or Whimsicott like Kommo. Maybe sometimes both, we'll see. I've played a couple of games with this team just to get a hang of it and, kind of test things out. And it's definitely really fun so far. I feel like the games haven't played out how I've expected them to, but there's definitely some really interesting interactions between a lot of the Pokemon. And yeah, I just think Mega Glade's kind of cool because it actually gives a lot of like common Megas some problems. So it's going to be Feeny and Aegislash here, which is a really interesting lead because I do have Fake Tears. So what I could do this first turn is just Fake Tears Shadow Ball Aegislash, which I really want to. So I don't think my opponent will expect me to be able to knock out the Aegislash. Like, I think if you're Aegislash right now, you think you're in a really good spot. That being said, Feeny would be a better knockout just because... actually, both Feeny and Gallade are... Sorry, Feeny and Aegislash are problems in this game. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the knockdown of the Aegislash, actually. Especially because Feeny shouldn't be able to knock me out. So we'll see if Aegislash King Shields. I think that'll be a pretty impressive call if my opponent goes for it, because I don't think you would expect... And it actually does. Wow. That's a good read. It's a really good read. Fake Tears will still go through, though, so I can still Shadow Ball next turn, and then I can just Fake Tears Feeny, so it's not the end of the world. But I think Aegislash probably swaps out this next turn. Feeny goes for an Ice Beam, so that's probably Specs Ice Beam. The fact it's going for Ice Beam is actually quite good, because now I could just go for... the question is whether I want a Tailwind or Endeavor. I think I actually want to Endeavor here. And just go for a Shadow Ball onto Aegislash. Aegislash surely has to switch out here. The reason why I'm not Tailwinding is because... Yeah, Aegislash will switch out. So let's see what comes in. Koko is what I'm worried about, but it's Muck. Okay, so that's actually okay. I think I probably lose Whimsicott here, but I get the free switch in and I can actually bring in my Kommo. Shadow Ball still chips Muck, and Endeavor here will bring Feeny down to 1 HP. And it is just going to go for an Ice Beam. Yep. Yeah, so this actually isn't too bad. Because now I actually get to bring out Kommo. The other interesting decision is my opponent should know that... Okay, so I know Feeney's specs. So like, does Feeney switch out? Because you could easily just switch Feeney out. I kind of want to go into Gallade here. Because you know I could just Shadow Ball your Feeney. Because I think Gengar eats a knockoff here. I think I'm going to switch out. Because even if it stays in, I'll be able to survive an Ice Beam after I get the Z move off. And unfortunately, by using the Z move, I do have to cut out the animations. Because for copyright issues. So I'm going to have to skip that. Feeney does end up staying in, though. Nah, okay. Actually, yeah, so the Z move actually doesn't do too much because of the Misty terrain, but I think that actually benefits me. Feeney will go for the Ice Beam here. Yeah, I do survive. And knock off, yep. Wow. That does so much, but I actually have Justified, so that actually increases my damage output. So now we're in a really interesting position because I've got Kommo set up. The best course of action is the Flamethrower Feeney, Mega Evolve, and Close Combat Muck. So both of my Pokemon are actually set up right now. They do a ton of damage. So the question is... Oh, my opponent just stays in with both. Okay. Well, it's likely Muck protects here and Feeney, and he just sacks Feeney. Yeah, but the fact that I got the knockoff on Justified actually could be a really big deal. Muck just Shadow Sneaks. I mean, that shouldn't knock me out, right? Okay, nice. So I'll get the double knockout this turn. We know Aegislash is in the back. The question is, what is my opponent's last Pokemon? This is going to be a really close finish. Because both of these Pokemon are pretty heavily damaged at this point. But Gallade and Kommo right now do get 2 knockouts in 1 turn. So yeah, with the Misty Terrain, it actually helped that I didn't do as much damage, just because Muck's potential barrier didn't activate. So we know Aegislash is in the back. The real question is who the last one is. I don't know who I want it to be, honestly. Coco or Charizard? It's gonna be Coco. Okay. I think Coco is actually probably preferable. Coco definitely clicks Dazzling Gleam here. I think I protect Kommo. And if Aegislash attacks, then I bring out Gengar. To which I could Shadow Ball, Flamethrower. Yeah, I think I need to protect here. And I think I need to sack Gallade. This is gonna be a really close finish. Yeah, Coco just Dazzlings. So now Scarf Gengar comes in. My opponent might not expect it to be Scarfed either. It's Life Orb, okay? And Aegislash does attack, which is ideal. Because that means it has to King Shield this next turn. So I'll bring out Gengar. The reason why this is scary is because I am Scarf Gengar. So maybe my opponent doesn't anticipate the Scarf and just attacks with Coco. I think that's likely. I think you have to protect Aegislash here. You should protect with both. So right now, the question I have to ask is, what do I lock myself into? With Gengar. I think I should still Flamethrower. Well, if I'm Flamethrowing Aegislash to be safe, then I can't knock out Coco if I Shadow Ball. So I'll Flamethrower Aegislash. Ooh, I don't know if I don't like this. I should have locked myself in a Shadow Ball, I think. Yeah, it's gonna be double protect this turn. Yep. Because if I locked myself in a Shadow Ball, then what? Actually, maybe this is still fine. I can just protect Kommo here. And Sludge Bomb the Coco. Actually, the question, the question here is, who does Aegislash target? You think it would target Gengar. But my opponent should realize I'm Scarf now since I just outsped my own Kommo. Yeah, I think locking myself in a Shadow Ball actually would have been better. He's Z moving. So he has a Z move. You would think this is going into Kommo, but I think maybe I survived that +1 special defense through Protect. Let's see. Oh, it actually targeted Gengar. Wow. I should have flamethrowered. If I flamethrowed there, I would have won. Ugh. I guess protecting there doesn't really give me much mileage. Well, now we're just playing the mind games of King's Shield and, like, stalling out between King's Shield and Protect. Like, we can just keep playing this game where you King's Shield, I Protect, you get into Blade form. So I gotta stall out the PP. Which is a doozy. Oh boy. I mean, I think I actually end up winning this trade eventually. But I need to be counting how many King Shields there are. I might fast forward this, because I think this is actually going to go the whole way. Oh my goodness. Okay, so obviously I fast forwarded all that time in between, but I knew I had this game won because I had more PP with King Shield and Protect, so I could just outstall the PP because he King Shielded initially in the beginning of the game. So, yes, that is a very crazy first game with this team. To kind of explain the end game there, so I ended up, like, I figured that I could actually win the 1v1 with Kommo against the Aegislash. And I locked myself in a Sludge Bomb because I figured it's still probably the better call just to one-shot the Coco, and then I could play the 1v1. So, I didn't really think about it at the time. The Z move was kind of scary. I don't think the Z move would have actually knocked me out through the... Protect, but it would have been close. And obviously I could have Flamethrower the Aegislash there at the... Sorry, Flamethrower with Kommo against Aegislash to turn its Z move Gengar, but that's still really risky because I have a guaranteed win if I play the 1v1. I say guaranteed, but of course if Aegislash has Substitute, then it's completely different. And if it alternates between like King Shield or something else, but it looked like it was just a basic Aegislash set that was forced to attack in King Shield, so that was really crazy. But Kommo ended up pulling through there, and Gallade actually did put in some work as well, taking the justified boost and doing so much damage. So despite my opponent having 2 top woos, I ended up bringing Kommo and ended up working out, which was pretty cool. So definitely one crazy way to get this team kicked off, but we're just going to look for our next opponent of the day. Hopefully you enjoy the guest appearances by my good pals. I think this Rotom plush is actually one of the cutest things, and it was really crazy. I got this as a gift at Worlds in 2013 from a Japanese player, so that was like such a meaningful tournament to me, obviously, in the fact that like someone had a Rotom plush and gifted to me and my brother when we used the Rotom wash at that tournament. It was just like crazy cool. It's part of the reason why I love this community and so many of the people that I meet, so thank you to that person. And yeah, just a fun story. This Piplup actually I got when I was in Singapore. I was just there with college friends for a trip, and I was able to meet up with the local Singaporean community, and this was like their gift to me. And we were at like a local card shop, and they paid for it, and that was like really kind as well. So yeah, it's both of these were gifts actually, and I've got more plushes up there that were also gifts, and yeah, it's part of why I really love doing what I do. I love interacting with you guys, especially in real life and tournaments. So just some fun backstory to those plushes, and Piplup actually is my favorite Pokemon, just because I think it's really cute. I really like cute, like just animals in general. So I'm getting a puppy soon, and I'm really excited. If you have suggestions for what puppy breeds you think are good, let me know. I'm leaning towards a Corgi, but Brendan, my brother, seems to be a little bit opposed to that, so gonna have to fight that battle over there. Anyway, enough small talk. Let's look for our next game for today. Okay, we're gonna be going up against a Japanese opponent with a really scary team, another double Tapu team with Metagross and Porygon for our next opponent. So, not sure this looks too great for me. Metagross, Koko, Bulu, Porygon, Salamence, and Incineroar. So, feels like a VGC 17 team pretty much. Actually, all of those were legal in VGC 17, but of course Salamence and Metagross could be Megas, and Incineroar has Intimidate. Double Intimidate means that my Milotic maybe should come out in this match. Gallade I actually think is really good. This is really tricky. I want to bring Kommo-o, I really do. Gotta be worried about Trick Room, but also gotta be worried about Tailwind. I could go Whimsicott Lele here. Honestly, I have no idea for this one. There's so many factors. I feel like my opponent doesn't lead with either of the Intimidate users. Or I could go Gengar Milotic. That covers my options. And then what do I want in the back? Kommo and Gallade, maybe. But I don't have speed control. This is kind of questionable Pokemon choices by me, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm the biggest fan. I think Whimsicott is too essential not to bring. So I probably should have brought that out, but we'll see. Scarf Gengar could put in a lot of work here, because I think my opponent could be baited into leading like Incineroar or Koko, thinking like, oh, yeah, I'll give you the boost, but then I can just knock you out. That's a very specific lead, so I don't expect to see that here, but it's Koko Metagross. Okay, that's actually also fine. Especially because I'm Scarf Gengar. I mean, this is still kind of like feels like a 50-50 kind of deal turn one. Because you think, okay, Koko just could protect and Metagross could just attack Gengar. I think I'm just going to try to Sludge Bomb, though, and Scald. Yeah, basically I'm banking off Koko not protecting here, and using the gimmick of Scarf Gengar. If that works out, that'd be a really good trade. I would trade Gengar for Koko any day. I also could have doubled up on a Metagross with a Shadow Ball Scald, which is why this was a little bit trickier. But I'm hoping I'm baiting the Koko into attacking my Milotic right now. No switch outs. Metagross Mega Balls, that's not too surprising. Let's see. Nice. Okay, that's really good. So Koko faints. Ideally, a Metagross targets my Milotic. I don't expect that, but if I could get a burn, that'd be really nice. He's gonna Stomping Tantrum. That should knock me out. Yep. So we'll trade there, but like I said, I think that's a favorable trade for me. Skull does a fair amount there. Actually gets a crit. No burn, though. I think that's time for Gallade. Oh. As Porygon comes out. That's actually really interesting because I can just dunk on Porygon immediately with a close combat. Download is going to give it a attack increase. This is kind of the nice thing too, where I have Gallade and Milotic, so if you bring out like Incineroar, then I'll just get the competitive boost. So yeah, I'm just gonna close combat here, and I think I want to Icy Wind here because I can see Porygon swapping out. And if it's Incineroar and that's the last one, Milotic just wins this game. You'd have to swap Metagross out into Incineroar. Metagross shouldn't be able to knock out Gallade right now. Close combat one-shots Milotic, or Porygon. Or even if it doesn't, that plus Icy Wind should. Both Pokemon are staying in, so this is going to be really interesting. I think I should survive an attack from the Metagross. I'm fairly confident Gallade can survive one. Are you serious? gotta be kidding me. I'm faster than Metagross, too. Protect Porygon? Okay. So now you would think, okay, Porygon's gonna swap out, Metagross is gonna try to knock out Gallade. What could Porygon switch out into? Question is basically who my opponent's last Pokemon is. I'm hoping it's Incineroar or Salamence, but maybe my opponent doesn't bring up both. Like, I could easily double up onto the Porygon slot with a Close Combat and a Scald, but that means Metagross gets an attack off. I can't believe it has Protect. Wow. Yeah, I don't think I can risk not targeting. I'm gonna Close Combat and Icy Wind again, just so Kommo can get the Z move off, regardless of what's coming in. Oh, he has Bullet Punch. Does that knock me out? Oh, this guy has everything. Wow. Non-Ice Punch Metagross. He has Bullet Punch instead and Protect Porygon. That's a Trick Room. Oh, no, it's a Thunderbolt. Okay. Okay, well, it's still not over for me, but it's not looking good, that's for sure. I can't. I'm so frustrated. I feel like I had this so easily won. Oh well. So it's definitely one of those games where it's like you can't see some of these techs coming your way. Mega Evolve, or sorry, go for the Z move and Scald. You would think Metagross protects here, and maybe a Trick Room goes up, but I'm gonna still try to target out Metagross in the off chance. I don't even think I knock it out with the Z move and Scald. It doesn't protect, so we'll get the boosts. And of course, with the animation, it's copyrighted, so I'll see you guys later. And we're back. So yeah, I don't really do too much to Metagross. So I'm thinking maybe I should even Flamethrower it. If Scald could get a burn, that'd be really nice. Now I know the Metagross doesn't have Zen Headbutt or Ice Punch, so it's obviously not gonna be able to hit me for super effective. Scald, wait, it doesn't have Protect? What the? Oh my god. So last turn of Electric Terrain, I'm gonna Protect here. This guy is crazy, man. I was like, yep, Kommo shouldn't take any damage here, but nope, Bullet Punch, Iron Head, Stomping Tantrum, and Ice Punch. And Protect Porygon. Literally everything that could have gone wrong, like with my opponent's sets against me. And he has Thunderbolt on Porygon too. Just all like the worst case. Okay, well, if Incineroar is the last one, and he doesn't have Ice Beam on Porygon, maybe. And he makes the Great Read to double up onto my Lodic. Nice call. Actually, that might have just won my opponent the game. If I maybe just targeted more aggressively at Kommo there, I could have still won this. Like, that Protect was so obvious. Okay, if Incineroar comes out, maybe this is still doable. It's probably going to be Blue, though. Huh? It is Incineroar! If the Porygon doesn't have Ice Beam, maybe. Because you gotta double up on my Lodic right now. Dang, that was actually a great target last turn. My Close Combat, I just win the game there. So, despite all this crazy stuff, I still really could have had this. I don't think a Close Combat knocks out Porygon at this point, so I think I'm going to Clanging Scales. Recover. Yeah, I still really could have had this. I had a great matchup. There's the Fake Out. Oh, he's got Ice Beam. Okay. Does that knock me out? No. Okay, well this just got really interesting then. That's a recoverless Porygon. Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Trick Room, Protect. So, that's huge. I might not even protect here with Kommo. I've got the competitive boost now. It's probably still safer to protect. It's just if my opponent just doubles up on my Lodic again. I could see the double up coming right now. I think I'm actually going to attack here. It's still probably better to Scald, I think, but... what do I want to do? I think I'm actually going to attack here, yeah. My opponent hasn't Z moved either. So it could be Z Incineroar. Alright, there's the Thunderbolt. Okay, he just Flare Blitzes. Is that going into... Kommo? Okay. But if Scald knocks out this Incineroar... It's probably Assault Vested though. I don't think it does. Oh. It's not AV, it's buried. Oh man. That's probably it for me then. I should have protected. Wait, he's Flare Blitzing. Is that his only means of offense? Looks like it. I should have Scalded this turn instead of recovering. Question now is, does Incineroar have Protect? It doesn't. Or it doesn't use it. Wow, I could still win this. Because I recover more than Thunderbolt does. And he's just Thunderbolting, okay? No paralysis, please. Okay. Wow. These games are just crazy. I'm just going to click kicking recover. I know Porygon doesn't have recover. I can stall out Thunderbolt. I think probably should have Trick Room last turn. I need to hope to not get paralyzed / full para. Yeah, he's just Thunderbolting. Okay. 152 down to 98. I'm gonna recover here just because if I get crit, yeah, I should be recovering. Scald is tempting, but a crit would kill me right now. Oh my goodness. And that brings me back to full. Okay. No para. Oh my goodness. Please. I want to beat this Protectless Porygon. Okay. Now I'm Scalding and he can't recover. Sorry, Recoverless Porygon. That does a lot. Oh, I thought I got paralyzed there for a second. I'm going to recover again to be safe here. This is the craziest episode, guys. Oh my gosh. Porygon Thunderbolts. I think we're good. Wow. I thought the Incineroar would have some better offense. I guess Flare Blitz is pretty much the best attack you can use, though. Oh my god, this was the craziest episode. This game, I was like, it was so frustrated because like Gallade was literally in the perfect position to just sweep everything. And then he had Protect, he had the Ice Beam, he had the Ice Punch, he had the Bullet Punch. Damn, man. But yeah, the fact that it was Incineroar in the back instead of the Bulu made it so that my Loda could still pull it out. The turn where I thought I lost when I didn't protect the Kommo, I really thought he would have tried to gamble a little bit and doubled up on my Lodic. And I thought, okay, maybe even if you knock out the Kommo, I'm still in an okay position. But it's like, if I protect Kommo there, then I think I for sure win the game. Whereas I was like a little bit scared because I thought my opponent would have enough damage output with Thunderbolt and Flare Blitz. My opponent also should have Trick Room. You should Trick Room so you're attacking first. Because then you increase the chance of paralysis and critting. So I think that was a slight misplay. But I think maybe my opponent just gave up at the end. But this episode was absolutely ridiculous. I think only 2 games today, but those are 2 of the crazier games that I could have asked for. So I hope you guys enjoyed them because I certainly did. And what better way to introduce the team? Gallade really should have put in work in that second game, which is I was disappointed because it was like the perfect position to against a Porygon and an Incineroar, and it just couldn't pull through because of the Protect, and the Bullet Punch. I didn't think Bullet Punch would do enough in the end there as well, but it did just enough. I want to count that because I'm curious, but yeah, really nutty episode. 2 really crazy fun games for you guys. I hope you enjoyed both of them. I know I did, and yeah, it's good to be back, guys. Thank you guys for watching. As always, if you enjoyed, leave a like on the video, and I will catch you guys next time. All right, peace.